Hello, grade 9. How are you today? I hope everyone is okay. Yes? Okay, very good. So it's nice to hear that you are feeling great this morning. So, are you ready for a new lesson? Wow, that is so good to hear that way. So, before we start, I want to call someone who can do a recapitulation of what we had yesterday. Yes, me. Yes, that is very good. So yesterday we discussed about models. Okay, so in connection to that, this morning we will have a continuation of our lesson, the models. So this morning we are going to talk about expressing permission, obligation, and prohibition using a models. So, but before we're gonna take all those things, let's have first a review of yesterday's lesson. You're gonna answer this one. Okay, okay. You have here some words in the box. Okay, here. You have their words in the box. The must not, mustn't, or can, can't, and have to. And you have there 10 sentences, and you're going to complete the following sentences using appropriate modal verb. Okay, you choose your answer from the box. Okay, can anybody who can answer number 1? Okay, yes. Number 1, kindly read first. When you are a driver, you blank stop on red lights. Yes, what is your answer, Karen? Teacher, I think that is must. Okay, we will check your answer later on. Okay, let's proceed for number 2. Yes, Jay, kindly read number 2. Children blank stay in their room during playtime. Hmm, I think it is, I, I'm not sure, teacher, but I think children must stay in the room during playtime. Okay, we will check that one also later. Okay, number 3. Can I have Jennifer? Yes, Jennifer. Number 3, kindly read it for me. We blank be there before the contest starts, or else we will be disqualified. Okay, so what is your answer? I think, teacher, that is we have to. We have to be there before the contest starts, or else we will be disqualified. Okay, that is a good try, and we will check your answers later. Okay, let's have number 4. Can do number 4. Yes, Colleen. Okay, read it for me. I can't get a connection in my phone. Blank, I borrow yours. Can, teacher? The answer is, can I borrow yours? Okay, good try. Let's have number 5. Okay, the rule states that you blank invite only one guest to the party. Um, what is your answer? The rule states that you can. I think that's can, teacher. Okay, we will check your answers later, huh? Okay, let's proceed for number 6. Who can answer number 6? Okay, can I have Steve for number 6? Okay. People blank smoke in public places. I think, teacher, the answer is must not or mustn't. So people must not smoke in public places. Okay, we will check your answer later, Steve. Thank you for that. Okay, another. So, for those who can get correct answers, I'm going to give you some rewards later on. Okay, number 7. Yes, May again. Can I have you, May? Uh, Students blank manage their time carefully when taking a test. Okay, what is your answer? Is it must, mustn't, can, cannot, or have to? I think teacher that is must. Students must, or yes, must. I will change my answer, teacher. I think that is students have to manage their time carefully when taking the test. Okay, we will check your answers later, May. Thank you. So, yes, number 8. Bear, raise your hands. You can give me the correct answer. Okay, yes. Karen again. Okay, read it. People blank turn off their mobile phones on the movie theater. I think teacher that is must. People must turn off their mobile phones at the movie theater. Okay, we will check your answer later, Karen. Okay, last 2 numbers. Who can give me your answers? Or who can answer number 9? Okay, don't be shy. Let's practice talking here. Okay, yes. Okay, Grace, can you have number 9 for me? It seems that you're so quiet. No, you have to participate, baby, because this will help you to enhance your speaking skills in English. Okay, yes. Okay, stand up. Okay, number 9. Men and women blank be treated equally. I think teacher, the answer is uh, must. Men and women must be treated equally. Okay, very good. Thank you for participating. We will check your answer later, Grace. Thank you. You may now take your seat. Yes, last number. Okay, yes, Steve again. You know, Steve is so active. I like that energy of yours, Steve. Okay, yes. Can you read it for me? If you are going to drive, you blank consume alcoholic drinks. I think, teacher, the answer is must not or mustn't. So if you are going to drive, you must not consume alcoholic drinks. Okay, very good. So you remember your answers and we are going to check it out if that is correct. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now let's proceed to the next slide. So to check your answers if you got it correctly. Okay, for number 1, okay, here is the answers. So here is the answers. For number 1, the answer is must. Okay, here. So how are you going to state it? Yes, everybody read. When you are a driver, you must stop on red lights. Okay, very good. So I got here a stars for, okay, who answers it? Okay, Karen, yes. So that blue stars is stands 5 points. Okay, you keep it and we're gonna go into record that one later on. Okay, very good. Okay, how about number 2? Who answers number 2? Okay, yes, let's check this out. So number 2, children blank stay in their room during playtime. So what is the correct answer? Okay, so you did not get it, Jay. So your answer is must. But the correct answer is mustn't or must not. So children must not stay in the room during playtime. Okay, are you going to stay in the classroom when you are going to have your playtime? Of course not. So that's why it is mustn't or must not. Okay, like yes. Don't worry, Jay. You answer another number, so you can still get points later on if you get it correctly. Okay, yes, for number 3, who answers it? Okay, yes. So the answer is, okay, okay, the answer? Have to. Okay, we have to be there before the contest starts, or else we will be what? We will be disqualified. Okay, very good. Okay, another blue star for you. Okay, keep it, and we're gonna record that one at the end of the class, of course. Yes. Next, number 4. So for number 4, who answers it? Okay, can you read it again with the answer? I can get a connection in my phone. Again. You read it. Do not take it too fast. Slowly, but make sure it's correct. Okay, yes. I can't get a connection in my phone. Blank, I borrow yours. The answer is can. Can I borrow yours? Okay, very good. So yes, this is another blue star for you, my dear. Okay, thank you. Can you go back to your seat? Okay, next. Number 5. The rule states that you blank invite only one guest to the party. What was your answer? So you answer must, Karen, right? Okay, the correct answer is have to for number 5. Okay, sorry, Karen. Better luck next time. So the rule states that you have to invite only one guest to the party. Okay, later we will discuss why did you get this answer correctly and why some of you got it not. So later, that will be our topic. Now I will discuss it to you for clarification. So let's proceed first. Okay, number 6. Yes, people blank smoke in public places. My answer, teacher, is must not. Okay, you got it correctly. Okay, you get one blue star there. Okay. Okay, number 7. Students blank manage their time carefully when taking a test. My answer is must. Okay, you get it also correctly. Okay, you get another blue star. Okay, wow, you get 2 already. So we will record that one later on. That is for your participation. You must participate, okay? So that we can enhance our speaking skills. Okay, yes, what number are we? Okay, number 8. So, people blank turn off their mobile phones at the movie theater. So, what is your answer? Okay, very good. That is must. Okay, you got it right. So, yes, Grace, it's your turn. Kindly stand up and read it with your answer. Men and women blank be treated equally. My answer, teacher, is must. Okay, you got it also correctly. Thank you for participating. Keep it up. Next, number 10. Last. KJ, it's your chance. If you get it correctly, to have a blue star. Okay? If you are going to drive, you blank consume alcoholic drinks. My answer, teacher, is correct. I got it. Must not or mustn't. Okay, very good. Okay, so how do you find the activity? Is it easy? Is it difficult? What? Easy? Difficult? Okay, don't worry because we're going to discuss it more. For those who found it difficult, I will make it easier for you guys. Okay, we will continue to the next slide, which is okay. Let's continue our activities. Okay, for those who got it difficult, this is another activity to make it easier for you to understand what is the difference between the function of those modals. Okay, let's have signing in on. So I have here some pictures and you're going to match the picture to its appropriate description. So write the letter of your answer on, okay, you have there a sheet of paper in your desk, and you can use your marker and write your answer on it and then raise it up. Okay? Okay, let's proceed. Okay, for number 1, okay, what is this picture all about? Or do you know this sign? Okay, everybody read. Okay, for number 1, is it A? Okay, I will read this for you. Then you write your answer on the piece of paper that I put in your desk. You have their marker and then raise it. Okay, number 1, what does this picture stands for? Okay, letter A, you can't smoke in this area. Or letter B, you must smoke in this area. Or letter C, you mustn't smoke in this area. Or letter D, you don't have to smoke in this area. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? Okay, so I think Jay got it letter A. Okay, Karen, your answer is letter B. How about you, Grace? Okay, you mustn't letter C. How about you? Okay, so we will check that one later. Keep your answers. Okay, get another paper. Let's have picture number 2. Okay, what does this picture stands for? Okay, letter A, you can turn right. Letter B, you must turn right. Or letter C, you have to turn right. Or letter D, you don't have to turn right. Okay, write your answer in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Raise your answers. Okay, very good. Okay, we will check that one later on. Let's see if you got it right. Okay, how about this one? This is very common. Okay, this picture is very common. How about number 3? Number 3, rather. Letter A, you can use your mobile phones inside the classroom. Or letter B, you can't use your mobile phone inside the classroom. Or letter C, you mustn't use your mobile phone inside the classroom. Or letter D, you don't have to use mobile phone inside the classroom. Okay, write your answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. Okay. Oh, no changing of answer, okay? No changing of answer, just be honest. There's no wrong answer. This is just a plain activity. Yes, just a plain activity. Anyway, the rewards I will give you, you can have it anytime. Yes, just enjoy the activities. Okay, for number 4, how about this one? What does this picture symbolizes? Okay, letter A, you must throw garbage anywhere. Or letter B, you can throw your garbage anywhere. Or letter C, you mustn't throw your garbage anywhere. Or letter D, you don't have to throw your garbage anywhere. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise your answers. Okay, let's see who got who got the highest score later on. Okay, let's proceed. How about this one? Speed limit 50. Where do we usually found this symbols or signals? Okay, letter A for number 5. You can maintain 50 kph speed, kilometer per hour speed. Yes, that's for kph. So letter B, you must maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. For letter C, you have to maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. Or letter D, you must not maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Raise your answers. Wow. Very participative. Very nice. Okay, for the last activity, you are going to check it out by yourselves upon or right after my discussion if you get it correctly. Okay, let's proceed to the discussion. What is the difference between expressing permission, expressing obligation, and expressing prohibition using a models? So when are you going to use it? Okay, and how are you going to use it? Okay, okay, when we say modal verbs for prohibition, obligation, and permission, we want to express permission. So when do you ask permission? Yes? Yes, Karen? Okay, very good. So you're asking a permission when you want to go out with friends. Very nice. How about prohibition? What do you mean by prohibition? So meaning not allowing something to happen. Okay, yes? Okay, yes, very good. So when there is yes, in the library, yes, very good. So when you saw there a signal or a symbol like to be quiet, so meaning you are prohibited to talk loudly inside the library. Okay, very good. That is a good example. And obligation or no obligation. So with the can give me an example when you say obligation. How about if I ask you, what is your obligation as a student? Hmm? What is your obligation? Do you have obligation as a student? Yes, very good answer. So again, yes, stand up. Okay, yes, it's your obligation to study hard. So how are you going to state the statement or when you are going to write it in a sentence? So you are going to use a modal verbs. Okay, so and what are those modal verbs that we are going to use if we are going to express this? The prohibition, the obligation, and permission. So let's proceed. Let's continue. Okay, for letter A, you have here prohibition. So what are the modals that we use when we are going to express statements with prohibition? So first, we have can't and mustn't or must not. So this is the uh, short term or shortcut for cannot and must not. Okay, for example, okay, when are we going to use it? We can use can't and mustn't or must not are used to show that something is prohibited or not allowed. Okay, again, prohibited or not allowed. So kindly think about the first activity that we had. What was the statement there that shows prohibition? Yes. Yes, Grace? Wow, I love it when you are participating. I really love it. So, yes, what is your sentence? Okay, you must not smoke in public place. Very good. Okay, how about okay, here are some examples. Okay, everybody read. You can't go into the restaurant without a tie. You can go into the restaurant without a tie. Another one, You can't drive in this country unless you are over 18. Okay, can't, no? Okay, how about mustn't? Okay, everybody read. You mustn't use your phone in class. Of course, it's not allowed, no? Next, can't usually gives the idea of something that it, oh, again, do not read it so fast. Okay, can't is usually gives the idea of something that is against the rule. Okay, you will use can't and this, you can use can't if, yes, no, if you give ideas of something that is against, okay, here, it's against the rules. How about mustn't? Okay, usually means that it is the speaker who is giving the rule. Okay, so is this clear? Is this clear to everybody? When are we going to use can't and mustn't or must not? Okay, very good. Let's proceed. Okay, so now let's proceed to letter B, which is, okay, which is obligation. So do you have an obligation as a student and as a son and a daughter? Do you have obligation at home? Yes. So when you are going to express your statements, no, expressing obligation statements, you have to use these models. So you have here first have to and must. Okay, so what is the difference when we are going to use have to and must? Okay, have to and must are both used to express obligations. So there is a slight difference in the way both are used. So there's a slight way, there's a slight difference. Okay, for have to, you are going to use have to show that the obligations comes from someone else. Okay, again, you are going to use have to if the obligation comes from someone else or not the speaker. This is usually referring to a rule or a law. Okay, when you are going to talk about a rule and a law, so you're going to have to. Okay, you're going to use have to. Okay, for examples, we have to be in the airport at least 2 hours before the flight. So we use this have to here because, okay, who tried to be in the airport to fly to another country or somewhere else? So yes, we have to be earlier because that is a rule. No, that is a rule to follow. We have to follow the rule. So to express your statement, which is expressing obligation, you will say, we have to be in the airport at least 2 hours before the flight. Okay. For next example, we have here, I have to work on Saturday. So maybe that is the rule of their company, right? So he or she will say, I have to work on Saturday. Okay, another example. They have to wear their uniforms in school. Okay, it uses again a have to because wearing a school uniform is a rule or a law inside the school, right? A rule that we need to follow as a student and as a teacher. Am I right? Okay, yes. Thank you. For our next example, my doctor said that I have to stop smoking or I'll risk a serious problem. So meaning someone went to the doctor had a checkup and the doctor advises him, and it states that he had to stop smoking or else he will get risk serious problem. So that person needs to follow the rule given by the doctor. Okay, he got no choice but to follow for him to be safe. Okay, yes. Now let's proceed to must. What is the difference between must and have to? Okay, so a while ago I said that you will use have to if, okay, yes, very good. If it is the speaker, no, is talking, and then, or if you are following a rule or a law. Now let's proceed to must. When are we going to use must? Okay, must shows us that obligations come from where? Okay, so for example, I must hand in my thesis by tomorrow. So it's you yourself, no? It's you that is talking directly to someone else. So you will say, I must hand my thesis tomorrow, or else this will be late and maybe I can get a low score. Okay, for next example, for example, I really must call my parents. So that is a direct statement coming from the speaker. Okay, if you're going to state your statement or sentence directly from your mouth or from your lips, you will say like this. You will use must. Next, I must stop smoking. It's costing me too much money. So that is your decision because it's costing you too much money in spending cigarettes. So you will say, I must stop smoking. So that is my decision. Okay. Next, another example. Okay, we use don't have to show that there is no obligation. So for have to, that is a positive statement. For negative statement, you need to put don't to make it a negative statement. So you will say, we use don't have to show that there is no obligation, that you can do something if you want, but it is not an obligation. So is this clear? Is this clear? Okay, very good. So for example, for don't have, so meaning there is no such obligation. It's a comparison or reversed rather. It's a reversed to have to. So you will say, you don't have to wear a tie to go to that restaurant, but it would be nice. So it's not actually a rule to use a tie when you are going to step into a restaurant. So there's no such rule. So you will say you don't have to wear a tie. Okay? Next, you don't have to wait for me. I could get a taxi. So I did not give you the rule to wait for me. I did not oblige you to wait for me. Instead, how are you going to state your statement or your sentence? You will say, you don't have to wait for me because I could get a taxi. I can go home by myself. Okay, next. Students don't have to wear uniform in school. I think this is a statement wherein some schools are not, okay, not strict in implementing school uniforms, or maybe during a specific day maybe. Students don't have to wear uniforms to school during Fridays, for example. So in Philippines, for example, students are given time to wear their outfits, but actually a formal outfits during Fridays. So they're given time. It's somehow called as wash day. Okay? Okay, so that's the difference between have to and must when we are going to expressed an obligation. And don't have to for no obligation. Okay, is this clear? Okay, is there any question? Okay, none so far. Thank you. So we can now proceed to the next. Okay, the third one is permission. So when you are going to ask permission, how are you going to state your statement? How are you going to say it? So what are the models you can use when you are going to express a permission statement? So we will use can for present, could for possibilities. Okay, can. Okay, when do we use can? It is most often used to ask for or give permission. It is also possible to use could, but it is not often used as can. Okay, okay, we will dig deeper. Why? What are the difference between the two? Okay, for example, can I borrow a pen? Okay, you're asking permission. Can I borrow this pen? Yes or no? Okay, can I go now? Could I open the window? Okay, so you are asking permission because there's a possibility that you may say yes or no. Okay, so we're done with the three. So we have permission, obligation, and prohibition. So again, class, what are those words? What are those words that we are going to use to, yes, to fill in our statement, no? When we are going to express an, yes, to express obligation, permission, and prohibition? Okay, yes, modals. Okay, we call it modals. So these are verb form used to express degree of certainty about an outcome or the possibility of something. So again, for prohibition, you have can't and mustn't. Again, can't and mustn't or must not are used to show that something is prohibited or not allowed. Okay? Next, obligation when you are to follow rule. No, when you're going to follow rule or law. So that is obligation and the models are have to and must. Okay, very good. Next, the last one is permission. So when you are going to ask permission, it is mostly often used, can is the mostly often used, and in asking or in giving permission. Okay, so can and could. Okay, very good. Okay, to see if you really get my discussion, let's now have a group activity. Let's just have it by pair. So yes, you can choose your pair out there. And let's have this one. Let's have a vacation. Who wants to go to a vacation? Would you like to go to my country? Yes, in Philippines. Okay, so for example, okay, we will call this activity Travel with Me. So the directions are, okay, first, you are going to look for a partner. Okay, you choose your partner now? Do you have your partner already? Okay, so you are going to write a short dialogue about giving an advice to a tourist or a friend when coming to other country like Philippines for a visit or for a vacation. So, in writing your statements or conversation, you are going to use models to express your ideas. So, write it in your notebook, share it with your partner, and I'm going to give you a few minutes, and then after that, you're going to present here in front. Okay, is my instruction clear? Okay, so your timer starts now. So it seems that, yes, your dialogue states that you really understand my discussion because you really expressed your statements very well. No, by using models, you express those advices, not to a friend visiting to another country for a vacation. So for now, let's have a short formative assessment. Okay, for the formative assessment, you can use your quiz notebook for this one. Okay, you can write directly the answers right after reading the statement. Okay, for number one, okay, for the direction rather, okay, you're going to guess the words described below. Okay, you have here boxes as your clue. You have already some letters. Write your answer on your paper, your quiz notebook. Okay, for number one, this is a type of modal which indicates that something should not be done or that someone must not do something. Okay, what do you think this word or what do you think is this? Okay, you write your answers. Oh, you're smiling. I think now. Okay, yes, it's easy. Okay, that's good because you really listen to my discussion. Okay, for number two, this type of model is used to express responsibility or commitment. For example, these model are must and have to. Okay, what is this models? Okay, model expressing what? Okay, I hear the answer. Don't share it. Just write directly to your paper. And we're going to check this out later on. Okay, next, for number three, this is a type of model which is used to express consent or approval. Example of these models are can and could. Okay, you have here the boxes and then the clue letter is R, I, and I. What do you think is this? Okay. Okay, for number four, this verb form is used to express a degree or certainty about outcome, possibility of something. Okay, what is this verb? Okay, I think this is our topic. Okay, yes. Okay, you write it. You write your answers in your notebook. Okay, for this one. Okay, this is in the previous activity. Now, can you choose the correct answer for this symbol or signal? Speed limit 50. So is it letter A? You can maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. Or letter B? You must maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. Or letter C? You have to maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed, or letter D, you must not maintain 50 kilometer per hour speed. Okay, now you write your answers. I'm going to check your notebook later on. Okay, and then you are also going to answer this one in your notebook. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes to complete this activity. Okay, I'm going to flash this in screen. So after, okay, you stop writing for a while. So after writing your quiz, I will give first the instruction for our assignment. Okay, for your assignment, okay, the instruction is choose one situation and give your advice using at least three appropriate models, and you're going to write it on a separate sheet of paper. So you have here three situations, situation 1, situation 2, and situation 3. So you're going to choose and then you're going to give your advice with at least 3 appropriate modals on it. You're going to write it just like the activity that we have, the travel with me, okay? So I hope everything is clear with this lesson. Okay? So continue answering your quiz, and later on, I'm going to check your output. Thank you. Okay, continue answering.